I'm not nice to you?
What do you mean?
I'm not nice to you? You didn't say anything like that.
Well, we go. I don't think we have enough space in the memory card for us to sit down here and explain all the things that I love about you. If you wasn't nice to me, we wouldn't be married.
Okay, I'm just trying to make sure.
Yeah, you're horrible to me. That's why I said all those nice things, because she's horrible to me.
Hi, Fab Family.
Fab Family.
We're back with another video.
Another one.
So this time, we want to talk about things we like about each other that make our relationship work.
And I apologize if I'm not looking at the camera. It's because I'm driving.
Yes, we're on our way to Pennsylvania right now.
So remember we're going to post that vlog up too. We took a little trip to Pennsylvania. It'll be a different vlog, a different video. Probably after this one.
Yes, but right now we want to talk about 5 things we like about each other. So if you want to know what those 5 things are or more, please keep on watching.
Yeah, like this video.
Okay, so we want to talk about what do we like about each other that makes our relationship work so much. So
should I really tell him?
Do I start or do you start?
Should I really tell him?
I'm going to start. So one of the things I love about my husband is that he is an amazing dad. I hear a lot of women complain sometimes about their husband doesn't help them with the kids, their husband doesn't change a diaper, their husband can't change the children. My husband does anything and everything for his children. And I am very, very proud to say that about my husband. He would change a diaper. It doesn't matter. Armani. He changed Armani's diapers. He changed Zena's diapers. You know, he's not the type to make me stop doing what I'm doing if I'm busy because Zena needs her diaper changed. Like, that's his daughter. And he does a very good job at being her dad and Armani's dad. And I totally appreciate that. I want you to know.
Thank you. Gotta keep my eyes on the road because I'm still driving.
Second thing I like about my husband is that he is my #1 supporter. My #1 fan. Since day one, you know, anything, you know, he met me like liking the entertainment world. He never had the attitude of I oppose to that. Whatever it is that makes me happy, he supports. Except me wanting to be a stripper.
They gonna start believing. This is the second video you talk about stripping. They gonna start believing.
No, I'm just kidding, you guys. I've never wanted to be a stripper. So.
You sure?
I'm positive about that.
That's not what you said last night.
So yeah, he is my #1 supporter. Anything that I choose to do, he supports me. I want to work, whatever it is that I want to do that makes me happy, my husband supports. 3, he is not machista. I don't know how you say that in English.
Machista.
How you say machista? If any of you guys know how you say machista in English, write it down in the comments below, because I don't know how you say that in English. But basically, he is not the type of man that feels, for example, he can't wash the dishes because he's the man of the house. Like, no. We both work, and he will wash the dishes if he has to. He doesn't have that attitude of, I'm not doing no chores because I'm the man of the house. That doesn't exist in our house, and I love that. I honestly, if he wasn't that way, we wouldn't be married, because I hate men who have that mentality. It doesn't go with me at all. At all. Doesn't sit well with me. So yeah, he will help me pick up, you know. Sometimes I have to remind him a couple times, you know, but he does it.
Boys will be boys.
So yeah, that's the 3rd thing. What else? What else? What did I say? He always surprises me with something. I might say 5 months ago, let's say example.
Matter of fact, surprise. I caught you.
For example, 5 months ago, let's say 5 months ago, I said I wanted
a pencil.
A pencil. And today, all of a sudden, he surprises me with the pencil. Like, he does things like that, and it makes me feel that he's always listening to me, and he just writes down on his agenda, Jessica wants a pencil. And he gets it for me eventually, you know. He surprises me with it, and the day that I least expected, here he comes with the pencil.
You gotta do that for your woman, man. You gotta always keep things spicy. Well, not spicy. I wouldn't call that spicy, but you know,
just
like,
keep the spark, you know.
Yeah.
Keep her. You
gotta keep her in love. Like when you first met her, that you said buy her something. I remember on our first date, I bought her a lollipop.
We went to the store, and I remember you were like, take something, take something. And I'm like, you know, I'm not that kind of girl. I've never been. And we met really young. We were 16.
Yeah, we were 16, and you know.
And I'm like, no, I don't want anything. And he's like, but take something. So I took a lollipop.
I probably had like $5 in my pocket. I'm like, bro, take something. Take some chips, 50 cents.
Yeah,
and I was like, nope.
Really sweet.
All right, so she took a lollipop.
Yeah, he was always that kind of person. Like he just likes to give.
Can you believe those lollipops are 50 cents now? They used to be they used to be 10 cents when we first met. And now they're 50 cents for one blow pop. I don't know if they have that everywhere, but a blow pop.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's 50 cents for one.
I haven't bought one in a long time.
So yeah, I put that right here now. Like, she hasn't tasted a blow pop in a long time. So one of these days I come home and I'll be like.
So yeah, that's another thing I love about my husband. He is very detail oriented, listens to me, and he surprises me.
That way, when it's a special event, anniversary, birthday, I don't have to, you know, sometimes I'll ask her, like, what do you want? Because maybe there's something that she really wants around that time. But if I feel like she's just saying it and she don't really need it or something, and I know she will benefit from what she wanted like months ago that I was not able to get for her, you know, I'll be like, you know what, I'm going to pull this one out. And the one that she wants at that time, I'll save it for the next one when she already forgot about it. So, it's my little tip to you guys.
It's a very good tip.
Very good tip.
Listen to him. He gets everything he wants because he listens to me. And yeah, so he listens to me. I think another one would be he listens. Like if I have an issue with something and I take the time and I sit down and I tell him I don't like this, that, and the third. He, like, depending on what it is, he might, forget, at some point, and I remind him, like, I had a conversation with you about this. I didn't like this, that, and the third. And I feel like he eventually puts it into practice and he actually takes into consideration what I don't like, and he tries to change for the better, which is always a good thing. And what else? He's ambitious. I had to end up with a man who's ambitious because I'm ambitious myself. I always like to get better and better and better, and he has the same mentality, so it just, we're at the same pace all the time. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
That was 5?
I was more like 6, whatever.
I thought that was 4.
Just say whatever you think about. What are the things you like about me? This is interesting.
Oh man. Oh man.
What do you like?
It's kind of, it's weird because we're very much alike. So kind of like they mix up. For example, like let's say number 1, she's very supportive on everything I do, which was your number 2, whatever. Yeah, like if I ever have an idea that I want to do, I sit down. I always sit down and explain to her like my idea. Like let's say, for example, like
his long-term goal.
Yeah, like I don't just be like, babe, I'm gonna buy a limousine. I'll be like, babe, I'm gonna buy a limousine because that limousine I could put it to pick people up from a prom or from a wedding, and
he tells me his plan,
and it can make money, and that money we can use it towards this. Like I communicate. Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera.
He's driving.
what's my plan, like what's the purpose
I think
of me.
that's a really good thing about us. We have really good communication when it comes to that. Like, we think business together.
Yeah. For example, this is a good example. I buy clothes. I don't buy a lot of clothes, but most of my clothes I buy from this company now called Alphalete. His YouTube channel is Christian Guzman. Alphalete, he's very motivational when it comes to fitness and all that. And I buy his stuff, one, because it's good quality. And
because he's an entrepreneur.
He's an entrepreneur. I want to support. And 3, like I tell her, like I buy these stuff. I take nice pictures. If you guys follow me on my Instagram, with a purpose of hopefully one day, either being associated with the team Alphalete or sponsored or
with
just
a business mentality.
Yeah, or him being like, I got some new shirts. I want you to take some pictures for it for promotion. Like, that's what I see it in my head. And at the same time, I need to get new clothes eventually, so why not? And it's the same style that I like. And she's like, okay, I understand. And it's not like I go and I drop a rent check on clothes. It's just like, one day I'll buy a shirt.
Whatever's reasonable.
Yeah.
Like, I think he talks to me about these things just to get like a second opinion to see if what he's thinking is reasonable. Yeah, so he gets my opinion.
Yeah, and if she brings out another point that I haven't looked at, then I'll be like, I'll reevaluate the situation, like, and very supportive. So I like that. 2, I would say she has like that entrepreneur mindset. Like, we both have, like, we're both ambitious, you can say. We like to chase the things that, she supports me, I support her, and at the end of the day, we're a couple. So if we want these 2 kids in the back to grow with us, we need to support each other, because at the end of the day, they look at what we do. So if they see us working hard, they're gonna be like, oh, we need to work hard like mom and dad.
Yep.
So I like that.
Those were
3, I like that she's educated, and likes going to school, because I don't. So somebody
needs to do it.
I don't know if he heard that. I love school. But she's, on her college and all that. And that's good, because not that I'm stupid.
I'm a college graduate. He's not. But like, I chose to go that route. I think that was the best route for me. I say it all the time, like, college is not for everyone. But
I'm a different learner. That's what it is. Like,
yeah. But he teaches himself. Like, at the beginning, I would argue with him all the time about, no, you should go to school, you should go to college, you should just go because it's gonna be good for you. And it is good for you. I think college is a good thing.
I agree too. Like, I feel like
but like he says, different people learn different ways, and that's why college doesn't really work for everyone. But what I like about him is he doesn't go to college, but he teaches himself. Like, he will educate himself. He finds the way to educate himself from appropriate sources. He doesn't just learn from other people. He said, she said. No, he researches from credible sources. And he's an extremely intelligent guy.
Just not on paper.
Yeah, he doesn't have a diploma from a college because he didn't choose to do that, but he's extremely intelligent when it comes to business.
Yeah, like, for example, like, I've always worked like hospital settings. There are doctors that are smart, book smart, but are legit like stupid.
With no common sense, you mean?
Yeah, they're like, of course, they can tell you the human body from the back of their head, but that's from reading the book so much. But like, yeah, we get the point. Yeah. My point is that she's educated, and I'll add independent to that too. Like, she doesn't just depend on me to, be on her own, I guess you can say.
I've always been independent, so you always liked that about me.
Yeah.
You like that I had that independent, which actually that was one of my main things when we got together. I expressed that I liked being independent, and I didn't want a man to come into my life to dictate what I was gonna do. Like, I didn't want a man to come into my life to dictate how I was gonna live my life, to tell me that I couldn't work because they didn't want me to, or they didn't want me to go to school. Like, that was one of the requirements for me to be with someone.
Yeah. For example, like, let's say one day, God forbid, I get into a slump and I can't work or something happens. Like, I know that she's independent, so she can be like, okay, I need to grind out because at the end of the day, our family needs to eat. So even though I'm gonna do whatever it takes to bring food to the table, how they say. That's no matter what I need to do. If I need to go pluck flowers, I'll do it, whatever.
And that's vice versa. It's nice to know that
you're gonna pluck flowers.
Whatever it is. I don't care. It's nice to know that you have a partner, whether you're the man or the woman, that God forbid something happens and you can't work, that person's gonna have your back. Because as a woman, if you have a man who's lazy and doesn't like to work, to me, I don't know what you think, but to me, that's a total turn off. Like, you're off. Like, there is no possibility in my head of me being with you, because what are you bringing to my table? I feel like love is great, but you don't eat with love. You have to be a hustler, or you have to have some type of responsibility when you get into a relationship, when you're forming a family. Love doesn't pay the bills. Like, so I think that's important for both people to be hardworking. Anyways, this is not my time, this is your time.
Yeah.
So
I think that was what, like 4? Well, yeah, because I brought independence, so that's 4. 5. She's the mama to my beautiful kids. She's a wonderful mother. So again, like she said, I'm a wonderful father. She's a wonderful mother. And I really love that, because there's mothers that prefer to put, like, let's say their friends, or, you know, like, we had kids young, you can say, so not that we threw our life away, because I wouldn't change it for anything, but, you know, we're not in parties, we're not doing all of that. Like, she could have been a mother and been like, oh, you know, you stay with the kids today because I'm gonna go turn up, I'm gonna go to a party, because all my friends that don't have kids. And we lost a lot of friends due to that, due to the fact that
we was together, like, and we started having children.
You know, they don't have kids, and we don't blame them. Like, you know, whenever
it's fine. We're at different times.
I wonder if this is shaking like way too much. So our review was like super shaky. So we had it on the dashboard. Now this is probably even more awkward. Yeah, so, you know, we lost a lot of friends because, you know, we had a family and they didn't. Nothing against that. You know, whenever you're ready to have kids.
But we weren't on the same level anymore.
So, but at the end of the day, you know, she could have been like, oh, you know, my girls are going out every weekend, like Saturdays are for me, like vice versa. Like, I could have done the same thing. I could have been like, you know, I'm going out with the guys. And not that that's an issue. Like, if we ever need to, you know, if our guys are having a guys' day or the girls are having a girls' day and we need to go out, of course, we'll
take the time one day, you know, out of 3-4 weeks, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, we can do it once in a while, but we know what our priorities are. And
then kind of like the circle we've revolved, like we put ourselves around, like nobody's really out turning up. Like, everybody's, even if they don't have kids, they're either like in a relationship or like serious, I wouldn't say serious people. Like, everybody has a goal that they're working towards. So, you know,
turning up is not the priority.
Yeah.
Right now. We're already past our mid-20s. We have bigger goals.
Yeah.
And you should too. Stop wasting money on unnecessary things. Stop wasting money on bottles and clubs. really think about it. How beneficial is that to you now, and how beneficial is it to you later? It's not beneficial now or later.
Like you know, everybody has their own financial situation. So if you got it, then you got it. You know, that's on you. But if you feel like you don't got it, sometimes you struggle. You know, evaluate like, man, I'm going out every weekend, and every weekend I tend to spend $200. That's $800 a month. I was like, maybe I should cut back and only go out one weekend. Or you know, instead of going to the club, like just, I don't know, just, you kind of know what I mean. Like just sit down and evaluate what you're spending on and things like that.
And what's really important to you.
What's your goal? If you want to get, if your goal is to own a business, then you need to sacrifice now, because if not, you're just going to be pushing. Every time you go out, you're going to be pushing that goal farther and farther and farther away. And those are my things. I think I said enough.
And not to say that we're like, oh my God, we're freaking successful. No. We haven't even reached what we want to reach.
We're still working toward our goals.
We are working towards our goals. And, you know, our desire is to motivate you guys to reach that goal, whatever that goal is. And everybody's goal is not the same. Understand that. I feel like we're in an era where, you know, Instagram is like brainwashing people to everybody needs to be an entrepreneur. Everybody needs to be, you know, whatever the hype is right now.
Yeah, like
we don't everybody is not designed to be the same thing. This world would be so boring if everybody was the same.
Like we don't live off of YouTube. We don't, you know, we still work our 9 to 5s. That's why we don't post as consistent, because you know we're still average people. Like we work,
and who knows? Like we don't have limits. That might change.
Yeah.
Like we never put anything far from the truth. Like that obviously might change. But right now we're just like you, and we're just trying to prioritize and do one thing at a time, and we don't look at how this one's living her life, how that one is living her life, because I feel like that's where people get lost. Like, don't focus on what everybody else is doing. Focus on yourself. What is it that you want to achieve? Write it down. Okay, I did this. Okay, I did that. And go down the list of the things that you want to do and achieve them. It doesn't matter what anybody else is achieving. You need to do what makes you happy.
Yeah, so those are all the things that I love about you. Oh, besides the fact that you fine as hell. That should have been number 1. She's fine as hell.
Oh, thank you.
Girl. Amani, close your eyes real quick. Close your eyes real quick.
Anyways,
But anyways, guys. Yeah, hope you love this. What do you call this?
Things we love about each other that make our relationship work video.
Yeah. How we stay strong together. How we motivate each other video. So don't forget to like this video. Comment down below.
Share, subscribe. And like we like to say, be kind, be grateful, hustle and pray on it.